You have a lot of new soulmate connections that are going to be steadily entering your life this year. Pay attention to how people make you feel. For a lot of you, we know how the chosen ones have been through the ringer. We know the chosen ones have dealt with nothing but betrayal, deceit, decepticons, energy vampires, energy thieves, snakes, narcissists, sociopaths. The path is a real one for a chosen. Everybody want to be chosen, but don't nobody want to go through the path. Now you're in a completely different area, in a completely different dispensation. Some of you are watching this and you're acclimating to this, but receive this because you are not who you were. And because of that, there are a lot of different changes that are going to be coming into your life. One of the things that you can expect is you're going to be meeting a lot of different people that are soulmates to you. And when I say soulmates, this people always just think about romantic, but you can have friends that are soulmates. We're talking about soul tribe members, kingdom partners, in terms of, yes, romance, but also people who are meant to be lifelong friends, people who are meant to be lifelong business associates, people that you'll be able to build organizations and communities with if that's what you're led to do. One of the indicators and the best way to navigate this, because it's going to feel like you come from a world where it's like you can't trust anybody. You couldn't even trust your own family. Y'all heard what Yeshua said. They said, Yeshua, ain't that your mother, your brother, and your cousin in them? He said, no. My mother, brother, and all my people are the ones who serve the Most High. So Yeshua was trying to tell us, even as it says, a prophet is not as accepted in his hometown. A lot of us was born in op territory. And that's because we were sent there to be able to transmute that, which many of you did and you have. And this is why you're exiting that old era. You don't have to worry about every relationship coming in your life being toxic, being another lesson. You're going to go from feeling like every person that you've experienced before has been a lesson to coming into contact with people who are literally blessings. It'll make you second guess yourself if you haven't fully grounded yourself in the energy of being blessed, of knowing that everything that the Most High said the Most High was going to do, not only has the Most High done it, but you're also going to see the expansiveness of it. Everything that the Most High said the Most High was going to do, not only has the Most High done it, God will complete the good work that the Most High started in you. You passed the test. You went through your trials. This is why I even love the story of Job. At one point in my life, I didn't grow up on the Bible or anything like that. And I didn't start reading the Bible until I was an adult, until I was in college. And then I started to get into the word for myself. And it were just certain things that really resonated with my soul till today. But one of the stories I always knew, even though I didn't know about the Bible like that when I was younger, I knew the book of Job. That was the one story I always knew. I knew the story of Adam and Eve, and I knew the book of Job. And when I look back, it's so funny because I'm like, the Most High wanted me to know that book of Job because that's what my life felt like. And I remember at one point feeling like it was just constantly Job era. Like I was just living Job's life. This man only had to endure this for 6 months, Lord. Why have I had to endure this for 6 decades, Lord? That's what it can feel like. That's what it felt like. And for many of you, that has been the case to where you're coming out that season. But the beautiful thing about the example of Job is that he had a time and a season that things were able to be just destroyed and taken from him, and the enemy was able to go crazy and take everything except his life in the same way that you've experienced. But then it came to a point where he had his latter days, and his latter days were greater than his former. This is the era that you're in, and it takes to accept this one, to just rest in the peace of this. This is why some of you feel fatigued. Some of you might have certain things that you want to do and you're like, man, why am I always feeling led to rest? Why do I feel so tired? It's because the Most High is trying to get you acclimated to being able to receive and not feeling like you always have to do or you always have to force things. So even with these new people that are going to be coming into your life, you're going to see that these people that are coming into your life want to bless you. Just because, not people with ulterior motives, people who do things transactionally. Some of you have dealt with transactional people. Some of you had a narcissistic parent or upbringing to where it's like love was transactional. Love was not unconditional. Love was conditional. So you had to do this to receive love or do that to receive love. And then for some of you, it could have translated in some of your adult relationships to where you could have been in a relationship where everything was transactional. The person said, I love you and all this, but they really thought that they could buy you. You can't buy a chosen one, baby. A chosen one is priceless. There's no amount of dollars that you can put on a chosen one. But some of you were in dynamics where people were thinking that they could have access to you transactionally. And some of you were in dynamics like that for a time because that's what you were programmed to experience even from childhood, even having to have a transactional relationship in terms of love, the conditional love that you experience. Now you're going to have people that comes into your life that are just like you, people that are willing to do just because it's on their heart, not because they have an ulterior motive. Not that, oh, I do this for you, now you need to do this for me, now you owe me. Some of you cut people out who had this type of energy. Some of you exited relationships with people who they had that stronghold over you. And again, for some of you, this started in childhood where somebody they made you feel like you owe them, or because they gave you life, you owe them, or because you're the child, this is what all children are supposed to do. And that's entitlement. If you raise a child in love, that child is going to reciprocate that back to you in any age that you get. That child's going to be the first one to be there for you. But if you don't give your child love, but you try to demand what you put expectations on them, that's when you have these unconditional relationships to where even if you're doing something, it doesn't feel authentic to you. It's not something that you want to do. It's something that you were trained to do. And that's the difference. So some of you have separated yourself from those dynamics. Others of you also could have separated yourself from certain ties where people really wanted to bind you. People really wanted you to be in a position to feel like you owe them. That's so insincere. When a person genuinely does things, they're not thinking about it in terms of that. When a person genuinely wants to help you, they help you. Some people helped you with their hand out this way and a knife behind their back this way. And a lot of you understand that because you experienced that. This is different. You're coming into an era where people are just going to want to bless you to bless you. Some of you, even if you do certain things, you're going to see where it's like people are being generous to you. People are donating to you. People are just wanting to contribute to your cause, contribute to your purpose. Just because you're going to meet, some of you are going to be meeting people to where it's like just strangers. Some of your soul family, it's not even going to be something that is like, oh, look, this person's going to be in my life forever. But it's going to be where y'all have a moment and you're like, I never forget the moment I was going through this or this was happening. And this person blessed me in that way. And they said they didn't want nothing. They just wanted to bless me with that. They just felt led by the Most High to do that and went about their way with no expectations, not even expectation of a phone number, not even an expectation of a thank you. This is the type of people that you're coming in contact with. Chosen ones are outside. The main message here was to make sure to pay attention. How do people make you feel? And look, I just see a hawk. The way that people make you feel, a lonely hawk in the sky. Chosen ones are flying high, baby. They're flying above everybody and everything that ever tried to pull you down. Like, you know how they say crabs in a bucket? Them crabs can't pull down hawks. Them crabs can't pull down bald eagles, okay? Flying high. When you're dealing with people that are coming into your life that are meant to be long-term friends, long-term family, long-term lovers, pay attention to how they make you feel. This is going to be the best way for you to discern, because a lot of chosen ones still have like a level of guardedness towards other humans because of the humans that you experienced. But you experience humans. Now you're getting ready to experience other chosen ones, other light workers, those who are in the world and not of it. You've been experiencing a lot of people who are of the world. One of the best ways to do this is to just pay attention to the way that you feel around certain people. What do they make you feel like? How does your body feel? Do you feel safe? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel protected? You are going to be able to feel this in your physical body. How does your heart feel? Does your heart feel at rest? Do you feel like you need to force conversation, or do you just feel like you're able to just effortlessly be yourself? Like, even if y'all are not communicating, the communication is there. Or even if you have somebody that y'all are both more talkative, y'all are talking, but the conversation is flowing naturally, you get each other. You don't have to constantly explain yourself. Oh, well, this is what I meant by that. You don't have to tippy-toe around egos and things of that nature like you had to do with your narcissistic guardian or parent or spouse. How do you feel? This is going to be your number one indicator. Like D'Angelo said, how does it feel? I think that was D'Angelo. But how does it feel? You're going to see, even when you meet people, a lot of you are going to be traveling a lot in 2026. This is going to be your breakout travel year. Y'all are going to have a habit of this, but I did a video about that. 2026 is going to be like your breakout travel year. Some of y'all are going to go to 8-10 different places, cities, or countries this year. But the thing about it is, a lot of you, as you're traveling, you're going to be coming across chosen ones. Like, when you travel, you're gonna know that God was there before you. Like, you were led there, because the type of people that you meet and the timing is just going to be like, wow. You're going to know beyond a shadow of a doubt. And that was confirmation right there. Think about, how would it feel? You're going to have circumstances where you meet people for the first time and it feels like you've known that person forever. Not because they're a narcissistic sociopath who specializes in manipulating and charming people. It's just going to be a genuine vibe. Sometimes you can just look in the eyes of a chosen one and realize like that's a real one. That's a real chosen one. You're going to have experiences with people that you just met that you haven't even been able to have experiences with people that were supposed to be your quote unquote friends or best friends. And you'll have genuine interactions to where you're doing things for them. They're doing things for you. Everybody's just overfilling each other's cups because one, you've already learned how to nurture and honor yourself and fill your own cup. You're coming into a time to where it's like people are going to want to give to you as much as you've given to the world. And a lot of you, as I was saying earlier, have been being led to just chill. Some things haven't been moving for you, not because they're not, because things are going to pick up and go crazy. You're going to be moving in 30 days. For some of you, it's a literal move. For some of you, this is like energetically your business. There's something that's going to start moving within 30 days. If you already seen that video, the clock is ticking. You're going to get one of them moves. And if you haven't and you click on it, when you see that video, that's for you. Things are going to shift so swiftly for you. That's why the Most High has been trying to just ground you in being able to receive. Ground you in being able to just be. That's the word. To not feel like you have to force things, to not feel like you have to do things, because the Most High is trying to get you to a allowing. Some of you can't even receive just a gift from another person because you're not used to that. So it's like, oh no, I'm okay. I got it for myself. Get used to letting people open doors for you. If somebody asks you if you want something, hey, do you want this? Yeah, thank you. Take it. Just even if it's not something, just get used to allowing people to do things. Some of you might need to get used to receiving compliments. And I'm going to say this to my pretty bosses, and shouts out to everybody, but I'm going to know that this is just a small thing. So if you do this, if you cool with it and you want to do that, that's fine. But just be conscious about it, because I've met so many women lately and I'll be like, oh my God, I love your nails. Their nails will be like fire. And they'll be like, oh, these are press-ons. And so I'll be like, in my mind, I'm like, you didn't have to explain that. Like, you could have just took the compliment and be like, thank you. It's cool. Like, but I'm like, I can't say that they were downplaying themselves, but sometimes it can come across like that. So I gave that as an example to just receive the compliment. Don't even feel like you have to reciprocate a compliment unless you genuinely mean it. I'm a complimentary person, but I'm not gonna lie to you. But if I want, I'm like, that's so pretty. I love this. I love that. Like, if it's something genuine, I'm gonna compliment. But it's like you don't even feel like you have to force a response. And these are just little ways to learn how to receive. Because the people that are coming into your life, if you're not able to receive, those people you're not gonna be able to have space for those people, because it's gonna be awkward. It's like, imagine being around another chosen one, this person, oh, I got this, I'll do this for you, and you're like, oh really? Oh no, that's okay. I got it. It'll start getting kind of awkward. It's like, just live, just be free. Just let other people also bless you. And if you're truly a chosen one, you're going to reciprocate that energy as well, especially in its time. It doesn't mean you have to do that right now. Oh, they got me this, I got to get them this. It'll come naturally. But the first thing that the Most High wants you to do is to be able to receive. And again, a lot of you are going to know that these are people of your soul tribe, that these are people that you're equally yoked with because of the way that you feel around them. And for those of you that this is about your actual person, your divine life partner as well, because that's not the only relationship we can have. Let's please stop that. There's so many relationships to have in the world. But even in terms of your soulmate, your divine life partner, you're going to feel really good with this person. You're going to feel safe. You're going to feel at ease. You're going to feel like you can be yourself and you don't have to hide or sugarcoat in any ways. Let me know how this resonates with you in the comments. My chosen ones, are you ready for that? And for those of you who've been experiencing already other chosen ones where you feel that safety, where you feel that peace, because you can feel it. When you're around the ops, like your whole body is tense. Like you'll feel it like you're not safe. Your mind, everything tenses up. But when you're around other chosen ones, you'll feel very at ease. So if you've already been experiencing that, please share your comments below just so other chosen ones can be encouraged. Remember, this is a community. I love to hear from all of you. I appreciate all of you always. I can't wait to meet many of you. Remember, we do have a retreat coming up, Panaball's Healing Retreat 2026, July. All the information is on panaboss.com and prettybossTV.com. There are 3 different ticket types that you can get. So the first package are for those who want to do the 7-day experience. And for those who want that VIP upgrade where we go on a private flight to the San Blas Islands and we're able to take private yacht charter for 2 nights and just chill and relax and hang out with each other. That's a VIP upgrade that you can get as well. And then we also have 2-day passes that are just only for the healing retreat, which the healing retreat itself, the experience of healing and the different things that we'll be doing together with me is going to be very personalized, where we're working one-on-one and healing certain things and discussing certain things. And there are certain things that I'll be teaching. So for some of you, you can also get the 2-day passes as well. It's nothing like when chosen ones meet up. Even the last event we did was our Pop the Balloon in November 2024. And it's crazy how fast time flies. But even that was a great experience for all of us who was there. It was amazing. And I remember some of our chosen ones who was in the building were saying like, wow, like everybody's dope. Basically, like, no, we definitely not. Don't think the chosen ones are just these arbitrary people. Like, chosen ones lit just like you. We all cut from a real cloth. I'll put it like that. So for more information for the Panabas Healing Summit, you can go on the websites. All of my links are below. Also, remember to make sure that you're staying consecrated during this time. We have our different holy mists that are available on Altar Body Co. So of course we have our holy water mist. We have our Esther holy mist. Y'all know I've said so many things about these. This is for favor, attraction, beauty. Our holy mist is for purification, focus, and protection. Then we have our holy fire for creativity, joy, boldness. Okay, this is the one, and especially as we're coming up on the spring and summertime, let me tell you, you're gonna want some of that holy fire to keep you going, to keep you activated, to give you that creative energy and spark and boldness that you need. Let me make sure I spray some more for my chosen ones too. I don't know if I gave y'all that. Receive that. Receive that, baby. Okay, through the camera. And then we also have our Shiva mist, which I absolutely love. This is for abundance, love, and sovereignty, that Shiva energy, okay? All of my links are available on Altar Body Co. I appreciate everybody who's allowed me to prepare your consecration and your anointing tools, because guess what? Chosen one needs tools too. I love you all so very much. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all willing? Peace.